Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and our home team. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Bears take over first and 10. Ready? Ready? Check. No. You don't want none. Pick up the ball. Get it.
On first down, it's Newton. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Well, he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 41, Newton, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Touchdown, Chicago! Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 29, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
To throw is Newton. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Just the first quarter of attack.
You can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton flushed out right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Well, they didn't exactly. Interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way inside the Oakland 20 into the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Nixon will try the right side, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Rush in. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to go.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jason Witten, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the 17, Newton eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Right there, 56. Cut.
To throw again, Newton. He finds McCoy. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Give him 2 yards on that play, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play action, it's Newton. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Murray with a third and long. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And all the way inside the Oakland 20 into the red zone. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready? Get ready? Mike's 56. Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Newton takes it himself, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. After the run, Newton going to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, man open left side is Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They'll
come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Julio Jones. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 12 yards on the return that time.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense. Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They run. It's Gurley. And room there to work it inside the 25. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Newton. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 10. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray now on first down. And on the left side, he's got Witten. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Matt Wild now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Ready! Ready! 56! You got nothing to work. You got nothing.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here's Newton, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, Khalil Mack, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. We got it, we got it. Hey, watch that, watch that.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
Murray's pass complete to Joe Mixon. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones, 79 yards, and the Bears will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Gun. Check pass.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Watch your slant. Hey! Jump.
Throwing again. Newton. Over the middle here to Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Let's go, baby.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there. 54 miles. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
Murray now on first down. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
Some free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They begin with a run by Nixon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun on third down, Murray. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. On first and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Out of the gun, Newton.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Let's go, defense.
Second and 5 now. Newton, that's complete right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you got to deliver.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Todd Gurley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Steps away. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Murray. Jackson's got it over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now Murray, buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Ready? To the tip, ready? 54. Come on, dude!
On first down, it's Newton. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Raiders on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Newton now to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. They snap it to Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Mike Bennett able to record his 5th sack of the season. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Raiders.
All right, partner, let's go to cliche time. We're all back to even after that score tied the game.
Gold to add the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock and mix it. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mixon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, check.
Now Murray. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire, but in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it was just not meant to be.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for the Bears, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis,
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Hey.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people.